Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here, and I'm going to talk to you about reflecting, honoring, and sharing. Last night I hosted my goddaughter's birthday party, and she's 31 now, and it was an absolutely beautiful night, just family. And every year we play this game called Vertellus. I think it's a Dutch game, and they have a bunch of thought-provoking questions that really add for better conversation and really getting to know people more deeply. And so Amelia, my goddaughter, only chose 2 cards because it was right near the end of the night, and we played it last year on her birthday. So we wanted to reflect back on the past year. And the questions that she chose were, what 3 people most influenced you over the past year? And the other question was, what are the 3 things that energized you the most over the past year? Really good questions. And everybody had to kind of think about it. And then we went around the room as people came up with their answers, and we all shared. And it was really wonderful to hear what everybody else had to say. Now, this is my family. I know them all quite well, but it really did stimulate interesting conversation. So when you're thinking about the people who have most influenced you over the past year, what a gift this is. It doesn't even have to be necessarily somebody you know. In terms of Bobby Baby, my ex-husband, for him, because he's a prolific writer, it was a writer that he's been studying with online, and so he had influenced him. And for my son, it was his ultra marathon coach or somebody like that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you know in person. But when you think about the people who most influence your life, and we're speaking in a positive way, not influencing your life in a negative way, because obviously we're always focusing on the happy, good, positive outcome. It's really quite heartwarming to think about, just over the past year, who are the people who have lifted you up, who have inspired you, who have helped you, who have made you a better version of yourself. And so it was wonderful to share these things with each other. But also, if you have people that have been your top influencers in the past year, wouldn't it be lovely to reach out to them and let them know that? So I called my daddy because he's definitely one of my top influencers. I mean, often, but this past year particularly. And so I called him to let him know that. And my best friend, Michelle, also, I had to call her and tell her that too. So it's really nice to honor these people in your life and to share that with them so that they don't feel like they're being taken for granted in your life. And also so that you realize you're not taking anybody for granted either, for all of the things that we give to each other on a day-to-day basis that takes no time or effort. It's just us loving each other and being helpful and nice. So pass that energy on. And the other question was, what 3 things energized you the most? And that took a little bit of thought, because energy, it's not just physical energy. It can be emotional energy, intellectual energy. And for me, certainly, it's my work that has energized me the most. One of the things that has energized me the most over the past year, because I'm always growing and evolving and listening to new perspectives and finding a new way forward and how can I expand and grow. And after having COVID last year, I decided I'm just going to have fun with absolutely everything I do, even the parts of it that don't thrill me, like all the technical aspect. As you all know by now, it's not my favorite thing, but I've really changed my relationship with that and developed a way to just enjoy all of the process. And Bobby Baby was talking about his photography. I asked him, I said, doesn't your photography energize you? And he thought, well, Actually, yes, because he takes a portrait a day of a random stranger that he meets out on the street. And he said, yeah, I love meeting new people and having that exchange. And as he was talking, he got very animated and energized. And he said, gosh, it was really good to think about that, because I've never really thought about how that energizes me in my day-to-day life. So a lot of the stuff that we're just doing and taking for granted is actually really important aspects of our day-to-day. And you want to sit and look at that, reflect back on your year and see what it is that lifts you up the most during the day, because it could just be a real simple thing. And why take that for granted? Honor that in yourself, and then share that knowledge with someone else. Share it. If it's somebody else that's energizing you, share that with them too, because it's really important for all of us to reflect on where we've been and where we've come to now, because we're also the only people who can celebrate ourselves. We can't sit here waiting for other people to give us feedback or to give us congratulations or celebration. We need to find that celebration in ourselves. So when we reflect, especially over a past year, then we can think about, well, who's been most inspirational? What's been the coolest, most energizing things this year? What have I accomplished? What have I overcome? So I think self-reflection is a really good thing to do. It doesn't have to be about your whole life, but certainly over the past year, especially if you're doing soul-searching work or any spiritual kind of healing or evolutionary development. So I would love for you to do some soul searching work. And my all new From Fear into Love class is relaunching. May 24th is technically the first coaching call, although the first intro call is next week on Tuesday. And I am taking registrations now. It's a 12-week online class. And if you'd like to change your life and be able to look back next year on this year about how far you've come, then I highly encourage you to get in touch with me and book a mind shift call to see if you're ready for this kind of deep internal work. And if you have a good energetic vibe with me, so that we can work together, because it's really fun. We take the work seriously, but we take ourselves lightly. And I'd love to see you all there. So have a great time going within, reflecting about the last year, and spreading the love. Connect with the people that you love, that inspire you, and that energize you. And celebrate yourself. Give yourself a good pat on the back for everything that you've done, for everything you've overcome, and focus on where you want to go. And I'd love to help you get there. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.